What's up, guys? This is RonTheTryhard here, back with another one of Zas's matchups tips. This is, I believe, part 5, yep, and this is going to be a short one, just covering Zasalamel's weapon side tracking, and which side you want to step, and tech, and how to avoid things. Also going to go a little bit into tech traps as well, just roughly covering some of the ones that are nastier that you kind of don't want to tech for. So let's dive right in. So first off, Zasalamel, his weapon side tracking, if it wasn't already known, is to his right, which in this case would be your left. So I'll show you an example here. Shoot, okay, so let's say he does this and then that. Like, well, you see how if I do a preemptive 22B, that gets caught right away on -10. But if I go this side, I can do that. Although in that specific situation, it catches, but... So yeah, I mean, with the vertical tracking nerf, it's not nearly as bad. But you see how it still gets caught sometimes. Like that. Depending on if you're attacking. But see, if I step right, I cleanly go through it, and I don't get retracked. Like, see, that retracts because I'm stepping left. This is a mistake that a lot of people make, and they continue to make. Just don't step left versus Zas, like, ever. Always step right, even with the vertical nerf. It's just not smart to step left. The only exception is, like, after specifically 3AB hold. Like, after blocking it. Like, you see, for bigger characters, it tracks more to your right, his left. But see, if you step that on a delay, then it actually does step. So it's weird. I covered that a little bit in my 3AB video, but point is, his weapon side tracking is, like you see, I stepped left, so I ate that at -10. But if I step right, I cleanly get out of it. And then, you know, I can punish. What else? That's right, he has no meter. Well, anyway, CE is kind of the same way in some ways. But CE got nerfed really hard. Just don't attack preemptively unless you're stepping right, and even then, do it with caution. Because moves can retrack if you are attacking. Typically, you want to wait for that second hit to whiff, and then attack. I realize with characters like Astaroth, that's a little, you know, counterintuitive since his 22B is so slow, but that's just kind of how it works. It's gotten better over time, but you still got to be mindful of that active hitbox and make sure that it's finished before you whiff punish. So the next thing is like teching. You also always want to tech to your right. You don't want to tech to your left very often. So here's an example. Oops. So let's do this. Oops. So that. So if I tech to the left, that tech traps. But if I tech to my right, I get out of it. So after 4-6 BB time stop 1, that is like the only case you really want to tech right versus Zas. Any other case, it kind of sucks. Let me show you examples of what happens if you tech right. There's also something that I can do to answer that. So say we do that same thing. So he teched right, and I got him with the tech trap into a curse. So you do have to be mindful of that. However, there's kind of play to that option too. If you know the Zas is doing that. Oops, I don't have the curse. So let's say he does that, right? Okay, I did that too late. So that should be right. Okay. Still not. It's tricky to do without actually visually seeing when they're attacking. I think that's it. No, it's not. Well, anyway, we'll just do this as a simulation so you can see. So, you can either do a delayed wake up and then punish it if he does the uncharged version, or you can wake up and, you know, do a rising move. Now, 668 is relatively safe on whiff, is the only thing. So, you kind of have to do that. Let's see. Yeah, and it kind of puts you at a distance there. But if you roll forward, I suppose you can do that. Let me see something though. I want to see if he can block this. And then we're gonna have him block. Yeah, okay, he can block that on I-12 if you do a forward roll. So yeah, basically waking up with like a delayed 2B. Like that's about it. You don't really get a super great punish off of that specifically. Or a 2A, you know. But the point is, there's answers to his answers. That's kind of the name of the game. Is just figuring out the meta, how far the Zas is in the meta, and how far you need to be so that you can answer his answers. And be ready, you know, whenever he changes those answers. So here's some parts where you don't want to tech, like at all. Anytime that you get hit by a 2A plus B grounded, you do not want to tech. So here's an example. Actually, no, I can do this on Zas. We have him set to Chemi. Right, okay. So just say he gets the 2A plus B grounded. If you tech on that, that was a bad example because he got out of it. I think we have to do it after this. There we go. So you see how much more damage he got because you teched. So we don't want to tech after 2A plus B grounded. The other thing is 2A plus B grounded only works after 4-6 BB time stop 1 if you are faced flat. So like in this situation, it works. If we do it after this, they can tech out. So that is another reason why you want to tech out of 4-6 BB time stop 1. If he has 1 curse on you and does 4-6 BB, teching right is like the best option because it'll stop him from doing fake stuff like that. If he has 2 curses though, even if you're face up, there's not much you can do to get out of that. That's a combo. So the other thing is when he's soul charged, you don't want to tech period after time stop 1. It's just not worth it because if he does, he gets this nasty thing that catches all directions and then he sets you up for, you know, a 50-50 that can potentially do 80 damage if you guess wrong. So that's a no-no. We don't want to do that. You just have to lay on the ground and take the damage. In that situation, actually, let's set him to have a soul gauge here. So do that. And then we're going to, let's see. I'm trying to think how we want to set this up. Okay, we'll just do this. And then we'll do that. Well, that did that, but that's fine. So we'll do something like that. So if he does that, it keeps me on the ground, but then I can roll, right? And if I roll, that gets rid of a lot of his pressure while he's in soul charge. So if he does, oops, if he does something like this, and then he tries doing that, right, to like catch you waking up. And you can punish it with something if you roll forward after that. Alternatively, if he tries going for something like that, you know, to catch you waking up on a 50-50. Then, you know, you can punish it too. So, keeping that stuff in mind. Another place where you don't want to tech, really, oops, is after back turn K. Where is it? Here we go. So, after back turn K, he can do some tech traps depending on how you do it. Although, I guess against Zas, that's a bad example. Was it that one? No, sorry. It's not after back turn K. It's after an air 8B plus K, like that. You don't want to tech after that, because then he can set up for mix-ups. So yeah, just knowing when to tech and when not to tech is very important, because he can set up for a lot of stuff like that if you tech. But yeah, anyway, in short, step to your right, tech to your right if it's after like 4-6 BB time stop, or if you suspect he's going to go for something fake, like 2A plus B. Typically, rolling to your right is a very safe option versus us. He does not have very good on-the-ground moves. He has like that, and that, and that, all of which kind of leave him open for the most part. If he has, you know, curses on you, that's a little different. If you're rolling and he has a curse on you, you don't really want to deal with a 4-6B when he does a time stop. But you can kind of play around with that and use that at your own discretion. It just depends on what the Zas is trying to do on you. There are some situations where you have to get up and block. The biggest example of this is doing this. So you see he got up and blocked it, but if he doesn't get up at all, then I can basically just get a guaranteed 4-6 BB. Oops. But yeah, you get the point. He gets that, and then he can do 2A plus B, 4B plus K, and then just start the mix all over again, albeit without curses this time. So, you have to be watching for that kind of stuff. But the main purpose of this video was just to show you his weapon side tracking is to your left, his right, and that you always want to step to your right. So on this side it's going to be, you know, down. On this side it's going to be up that you want to step. Always keep that in mind versus this character, and you will typically do a lot better. A little rhyme that a friend told me once was, step right, win fights. It's pretty true. So that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions of things you want me to cover in the future, definitely let me know in the comments, and be sure to like the video and subscribe if you like my content and you want to support me. So, thanks guys. See you later.